Hello and welcome fans from all over, whether from around the country or around the world, watching from the comfort of your own home or even watching from a mobile device. I want to welcome you to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Hi, I'm Alvin Chapman. Alongside me tonight, Brittany Paddock. Brittany, a pleasure having you alongside me tonight.
Glad to be here, Alvin.
Super excited to see the Eagles come and play here in the Nest after a road loss to Crowley's Ridge. Talk about that matchup from last weekend.
Well, the thing you got to remember is Crowley's Ridge is a very tough NAIA team. They always give us a good matchup. Games are always close, and playing them on the road is extremely difficult. So it'll be interesting to see how our Lady Eagles bounce back from such a tough road loss.
Tonight we welcome the Saints from L.B. Wallace College from Anduzela, Alabama. So far they are 0-2 to start the season, going on 2 road runs against Andrews College and Calhoun Community College, losing those games by plus 15 margins.
Yeah, I mean, they did lose those games, but the one thing that we're going to have to look out for tonight is L.B. Wallace is an athletic program, and so it'll be interesting to see how we hold up in the long run going against such an athletic team.
Let's go ahead and talk about our roster here tonight, specifically our backcourt. Jenna Wolford and Leah Phelps, the 2 upperclassmen that have been playing very dominant for us this season.
I mean, Jenna and Leah were 2 dominant players the last couple years. We said at the beginning of this year that they would just need to continue to add on to what they had already been doing. Their success is key to our overall team success.
Jenna Wolford so far this season averaging 12 points and 6 rebounds, but in the past 3 competitions, 18 points and 5.5 boards.
Jenna's really picked it up the last couple games. You can tell that she is filling in that leadership role that Lauren and Sandy left when they graduated. So I'm very excited to see her just continue to build on that throughout this year.
You mentioned Lauren Alvarez and Sandy McElhaney, 2 All-Americans last year, but let's also mention another All-American on the second team, Leah Phelps, so far averaging 17 points and already reached a career high of 30 points this season.
I mean, Leah has been playing very well. When she is on this year, she is absolutely on. I really would like to see her maybe average a few more points a game, getting a little closer to that 23-24 mark, something I think she could very easily handle, and then see her create opportunities for her teammates to score as well, up those assists.
Let's go ahead and discuss the front court play here for Pensacola. Not Kristen Menser, but Carissa Aiken. Starting this season, all starts for all of the games so far, and she's averaging 6 points and 6 rebounds.
So Carissa has been doing a good job of getting some starting and momentum for our Lady Eagles. I'd really like to see her step it up on the rebounding and the points end. She's averaging in the 20s for minutes, and when you're averaging that many minutes, you need to pick it up on the scoring end. So look to see her add a few more buckets to her average throughout the year.
Let's go ahead and talk about her partner in the front court as well, Monse Torres, the 3rd leading scorer for this ball club, while also coming off the bench.
Monse has been doing an absolute amazing job this year with everything. So she's been averaging around 30 minutes the last couple games, 25 to 30 minute time frame. So I love how much she's averaging. I love how much she has picked it up on the scoring end. Just continue to being a spark off the bench, someone who's playing second or third most minutes, average a few more points, pick up a few more rebounds like she has the last couple games. She's really become a dominant player for this team.
An extremely competitive matchup in front of us tonight. One of the best teams in the NCCAA, my apologies, and also one of the top of Alabama JUCOs. What are both teams going to have to do tonight to be successful?
So our Lady Eagles are really going to need to focus on the small things. Coach Sellers really pushed this in previous games and the last couple of practices of how well they need to be focusing on the small things. So that's what I'm going to say for both ends.
We're going to step aside and get over to our PA announcer for the pregame ceremony, but we will step aside ourselves. See you at the tip-off.
Welcome to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. Tonight's game is between the LB Wallace Lady Saints and your PCC Lady Eagles. The National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of competition and upholding the 4 core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. At this time, please stand for prayer, followed by remain standing for the national anthem. Dear Father, we just thank you for this wonderful day that you've given us, Lord, and just bringing us all out here safely. We pray that you would just provide us with some safe competition today, and that both sides would just put forth their best efforts, and that everything we would do would just glorify you, Lord. We thank you for everything you've given us. In your name, amen. Tonight's sports medicine coverage is provided by the Andrews Institute and Baptist Healthcare, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. Starting tonight for LB Wallace, number 10, Joy Anderson. Number 22, Kamaya Thomas. Number 23, Takaya Bennett. Number 25, Naya Similian. And number 40, Jakaila Daiwara. The Saints are led by Coach Ricky Knight. And now, the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Lady Eagles. At guard, a sophomore from Belt, Montana, number 20, Kylie Marcus. At guard, a junior from Mansfield, Ohio, number 14, Jenna Wolford. At guard, a junior from Florence, Mississippi, number 24, Alyssa Brewer. At guard, a senior from Flower Mound, Texas, number 23, Leah Phelps. And at forward, rounding off the lineup, a senior from Rockford, Illinois, number 33, Carissa Aiken. The Eagles are led by Coach Jared Sellers with assistant coach Heather Sellers. The officials for today's game are Janelle Loney, Tim DeBueller, and Jalen Carter.
Thank you so much to our PA announcer, Trevor, for providing us the pregame ceremonies. But Brittany, we are about to kick things off tonight in the Nest.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game, especially seeing our Lady Eagles come off that loss. I'm very excited to see how they respond, especially in our home court.
Jakaila Daiwara and Aiken at the center court to tip things off. 5:05's the time, 10 minutes on the clock, and the Saints win it. The Saints looking to get their first win of the season. Pensacola sitting back in a 3-2 zone. They go to Daiwara, and she skips it, and that's stolen away by Leah Phelps on the basket. Slows her steps to the rim and gets the bucket.
That was a great job by Leah. anticipating that pass. That was not an easy pass to pick off, and she managed to do it.
She breaks things open tonight for the 2-game series that Pensacola has this weekend as they play Division III opponent tomorrow, LaGrange College. 3 on the way for the Saints, and that's good by number 22, Kamaya Thomas.
Okay, that was not a contested shot by Thomas. The Lady Eagles cannot let her shoot that uncontested, and then to almost give the ball away like that, that is 2 very bad plays to start off this game. Lady Eagles do not need to have that happen.
Brewer thought about a shot. She'll go inside instead and converts on the harm.
Great job by Brewer. It's not easy finishing through the contact.
Alyssa Brewer, her freshman season, selected on the South Region freshman team. This season averaging 6 points and 2 rebounds. A season high of 12 points against Welch College as she converts on the 3-point play.
You know, Alyssa is still finding her groove again after some setbacks last year and not being able to play. I would look for her scoring to really just keep on going higher and higher throughout the season.
Here is Joy Anderson, kicks it over to Thomas, guarded by Marquise. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock for the Saints. Thomas tries to lose her defender. The attempt to go inside to Diawara, no good. Beautiful defense displayed by Pensacola.
That was a good job by Carissa down low. You notice she half-fronted her man. That's the best way to play somebody who's taller like you, who's taller than you. Kind of front them. That way they can't do a direct pass, but also it doesn't give them the opportunity to pass the ball above you.
3 on the way for Phelps was good. She leads all scorers thus far with 5. They go to Diawara. She's met quickly there by Wolford. Pensacola still staying in this 3-2 zone. They go to Thomas in the corner. Inside of Diawara. One more pass to Joy Anderson. Steps through the defense and lays it off the glass.
That was a great move right there. A little bit of a Euro step to get that opening.
Phelps! The hot hand knocks down another triple, continuing to lead all scorers.
That's exactly what you need from Leah, is her to step up and just drain that 3 if she has the opening.
They get it back to Thomas. Swings back to Anderson. Thomas and Anderson, the only scorers thus far for Wallace. And they go down to Diawara. Force it inside to Anderson. Thomas all alone for a 3, off the mark, rebound by the Saints, and the putback by number 23, Takia Bennett. Here is Marcus. Brewer by herself for a 3 of her own, no good, gets her own rebound, off the glass and good. Great second chance opportunity for Alyssa Brewer. Brewer and Phelps doing majority of the scoring thus far for Pensacola. Here is Anderson, no good. Diawara, the second opportunity. Once again, no good. Here is Aiken, finds Brewer. One more to Phelps. Phelps drives inside and gets hit hard, hits the hardwood, and draws the foul. That foul on number 22, Kamaya Thomas. That will be her first. Brittany, already a fast-paced game, and we're only 2 minutes in, rather 4 minutes in, this ball game.
Well, as you know, the Lady Eagles love to play a fast-paced game, and whenever you're playing against an athletic team like LB Wallace, the pace itself is going to be so much faster than normal. So, like I mentioned before, it's going to be interesting to see how we sustain this throughout the game.
Marcus tries a triple, no good. Here is Anderson heading the other direction. Swings the ball behind her back, going northbound. Thomas swings it back to Anderson. Gets inside, off of her foot, now in the hands of Wolford. Beautiful takeaway by her, and now the Eagles accelerate the offense. They go inside to Aiken. Regains her step, finds a wide open Brewer for an easy deuce.
You know, that was a great job by Carissa going up and grabbing that pass, not easy, and then to keep it in bounds and to find Alyssa right there next to the basket. That recognition, that's exactly what you want from Carissa.
Pensacola up by 9. Here is Anderson. doing a great job defensively, sitting back in the zone. Anderson now with the ball on the right wing with 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. They hit Thomas. They try to go inside. That's snatched away by Marcus. She hits the deck and finds Wolford. With numbers. Wolford makes a move on her defender. Wide open Brewer for a three. Hard off the rim. Here is Anderson. On the way to the bucket. Ditched it off to the corner. No good. Anderson receives her own rebound. Gets the bucket and the foul.
Okay, well, first, she never should have been able to get that rebound. The Lady Eagles left her wide open. Nobody boxed her out. Nobody put a body on her, even attempted to contest that rebound. And then if she does get the rebound, you don't need a foul. You're taller than her. Straight up, just play defense. Don't go swinging your hands and hitting her wrist.
A change in the front court for Pensacola. Porter, Menser, and Torres, the third leading scorer on this ball game, check into the contest. And for the Saints, number 15, Olivia McLaughlin, the freshman from Miramar Beach, Florida. Anderson with her second trip to the line this game misses the free throw. They try to get it quickly to Wolford, and she loses it. Anderson goes hard to the basket. That's swatted away by Torres and somehow keeps it in bounds.
Monte has been playing really well recently, not just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end as well. Aggressive, looking to block shots, but not being overly aggressive and fouling at the same time.
Open three for Jenna Wolford, and she cans it. Her first bucket of the game, and a full timeout. That he now has an impressive double-digit lead.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles really came out with a spark. I think losing that game against Crawley's Ridge just did not sell well with them, and they're rebounding well, playing well right now, and hopefully they'll continue.
75% from beyond the arc for Pensacola thus far. We'll step aside briefly. Welcome back, fans from all over to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock. And Brittany, what a matchup we've seen so far, especially the dominant performance from our backcourt.
Oh, it's been a really good performance, especially by Leah and Alyssa. They've been super aggressive, been able to get points on the board. I mean, we said Alyssa would have to flow back into getting those points scored, and it looks like she's stepping into that role tonight.
Takeaway by Phelps. She'll head down the court. Beautiful giveaway to Porter.
I mean, you gotta appreciate the patience from Leah right there, knowing that her teammates were cutting and just waiting outside for that pass.
Another takeaway for Phelps, and possibly another assist if Torres gets it off the backboard, and she indeed does. Coach Knight for the Saints needs to call a timeout himself. Go ahead to see that play again. Torres going inside to the gut of the defense on McLaughlin and lays it off the glass with ease.
Yeah, that's a great job by Monse. That's not an easy shot to finish. I think people think that it is because you're so close to the basket, but when you're dealing with somebody who's the same height as you and creating a little bit of that contact, it is more difficult to realize.
Torres averaging 9 points and 6 rebounds so far this season. Talk about the difference between this season and last season for her.
See the beginnings of this season happening, especially at the end of last season with Monse. But I think the big change is that she has more confidence and she's had the ability to step in and fill a role that the Lady Eagles have needed, and she has taken that opportunity by the horns and just gone full blast with it.
4 seconds to get it over. They go middle to Thomas rather, and here's McLaughlin handling it. Thomas will go inside to Diawara, now in the hands of Anderson. LB Wallace with 8 seconds to get it over, and another takeaway there by Leah Phelps. She'll go hard to the basket, floats it up, nearly falls in. Torres the rebound. Torres with the offensive rebound, swings it to Wolford. 3 on the way, hard off the back of the rim.
Jenna didn't quite get her feet set on that shot, and that resulted in her not being able to make that 3-point shot. But then a charge taken on this end by Jenna. She did a good job of getting in front of her offensive player she was guarding, as she usually does.
Wolford doing a great job placing herself in harm's way for the offensive switch of possession.
I mean, and that was even a little more different than what she normally does, where she's able to just kind of sneak in behind somebody and take that charge. She was defending that person, but still able to get perfect position.
Menser drives inside, picks up her dribble, and loses it. Baseball pass over intended to Nia Similian, yet the Saints throw it away.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good look, just couldn't quite handle grabbing that pass right there. The Lady Eagles kind of lucked out in that situation.
Here is Menser with 17 remaining. Ball finds the hands of Leah Phelps, and Porter kicks it over to Wolford. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Kicks to Menser. She'll let a 3 fly, hard off the rim, nearly contains her own rebound. And here is McLaughlin heading the other direction. McLaughlin goes hard inside. Ball hits off the head of Porter, and it will stay here with the Saints. Alyssa Brewer and Rachel Phelps check into the contest. Rachel Phelps, a prominent freshman here for his Eagles basketball program, averaging 4 points and about 2 rebounds in contest.
I'm really excited to see how Rachel grows into her role over the next couple years. She's young, and Leah, being her sister, I feel like will really help her kind of understand what she needs to do over the next couple years.
They find Thomas. McLaughlin tries to impede her will on Porter. Thomas will let a 3 fly, but before she can let the shot go, McLaughlin comes up with the travel.
Yeah, that does just a good job by the Lady Eagles to put some pressure on the defensive end when that shot clock comes winding down. As a player, the only thing that's running through your mind is that you need to get the shot off, and sometimes that results in other mistakes.
Deja Nelson makes her first appearance to this ballgame, as well as Daniela Poole, the freshman from Tallahassee. Menser drives inside, lets a jumper fly, no good. Porter saves it and throws it, and it nearly goes out of bounds. They find Torres. Brewer nearly loses her defender, gets by her, and a strong finish, yet an offensive foul for the Saints.
That's a good little hesitation move by Brewer. If you look, she just kind of took a dribble in, paused because she saw something happening, and then was able to quickly go around and, for the most part, find an open lane to score. And then she was able to get close enough in. The defender was inside the arc, so it counted as one opportunity instead of an offensive foul on her.
My apologies on that one. I believe I saw the official put his hand behind his head and push his hand forward, but Brewer comes up with the steal in transition and now gets fouled by McLaughlin. Under a minute remaining in the first quarter of action. Aiken, as well as Marcus, check back into the contest for Porter and Menser. And that foul by McLaughlin will allow Brewer to head back to the charity stripe. We mentioned this season that Brewer was averaging 6 points per contest, but so far she leads all scorers with 10.
And I think this is only the first quarter. She's got another 3. She's going to be able to put points up.
Her third trip to the free throw line. The only free throw she missed thus far, it was the opportunity for an old-fashioned 3-point play the previous possession ago. But that is 12 points there for Alyssa Brewer. Here is Nelson for the inbound. You got a number 34, Jaira Odom. And now Similian by herself goes up strong. Pump the bucket in the foul for Nia Similian. Her first field goal of the contest, and she will head to charity stripe to attempt to convert on 2 free throws.
And thankfully, that's only the first foul on Carissa, especially when you have 2 people you're rotating back and forth like Carissa and Monse. You don't exactly want one of them to be in foul trouble. She's just got to watch herself on that aggressiveness.
Other direction for Brewer, no good. A bit uncontrolled to the basket. Now they go to Nelson in the corner for a 3 of her own, and she drains it. Deja Nelson with her first field goal of the contest, and it comes from way beyond the arc. Cuts the deficit to 13. Marcus drives inside, dishes off to Aiken, and Marcus receives it. Torres will take the jumper. Good! She has really extended her game from long range this season.
Oh, she definitely has. Those little elbow shots, a little further out than the elbow, has been her shot this year. Every single one I've seen her take so far, she hasn't missed.
That Torres shot buzzer makes that the last bucket before the quarter as well. 28-13 the score thus far. Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock. We will step aside and see you at the beginning of this second quarter. Welcome back, fans from all over Alvin Chapman. Welcome back, fans from all over Alvin Chapman, alongside with Brittany Paddock. Brittany, what a half from the field for Pensacola. 57% from field goal range.
I know that is a great field goal percentage for the Lady Eagles. That's what we want to be trying to average most of the year.
Here is the Saints heading the other direction. Joy Anderson kicks it to Nia Similian. Beautiful 1-2 passing for Similian, and she lays it off the side of the rim, and good for Similian. She has 4. Here is Brewer. Somehow maintains her balance enough to find Marcus. Here is Aiken in the opposite corner for a 3. Just falls out of the rim.
You know, that's not a shot you normally see Carissa take, but I actually love her taking that shot. Looking to score a little more on the offensive end.
Similian attempting to respond back with another basket. No good. Torres will take another elbow jumper off the side of the rim. Here is Anderson met by Marcus. They find Nelson inside to number 35. Daniela Poole, and that's stolen away by Pensacola. Torres leading the break, finding Rachel Phelps. She'll find Aiken for an attempt for another triple, hard off the rim.
So that first shot, she actually was a little short on it. You saw it hit the front of the rim, the inside of the front of the rim, and so she gave it a little more and hit the back of the rim. Hopefully that next one she can find the sweet spot and score.
Similian tries to convert on another 3, no good. Here's Torres. Now finding Brewer. Marcus cutting towards the basket. They hit it over to Aiken. Marcus finds Phelps. 10 remaining on the shot clock. Phelps goes hard inside, no good. Anderson tries to go hard inside, no good. Empty possession for both teams so far in this first half. Phelps goes hard inside, no good.
After such a dominant first quarter, the last thing you want to have happen is to be 2.5 minutes into the second quarter and to not put up any single points.
Anderson tries to go inside to Poole, and that's off. That's off by number 34, Jaira Odom. Seems like both rosters here running out of gas. They go corner to Phelps, 3 on the way too strong. Aiken, second chance opportunity from beyond the arc. Third time is the charm for Carissa Aiken, the senior from Rockford, Illinois.
Let's talk about that offensive rebound, though, by Kylie Marcus. A great job of getting up over the defender without fouling and grabbing that board and finding Carissa to get the assist.
Poole works inside. Similian, the only scorer thus far for the Saints. That was way off. Second chance effort for the Saints, no good. Torres fighting for the board. And I will stay here with the Saints as Pensacola looking to make a number of substitutions.
So you notice Monse grabbed that board and then she immediately turned and dropped the ball low. When you're Monse's height or you're a little around that height playing in the down low position, you don't want to automatically turn and drop the ball low because that gives an opportunity for even the shorter people to have a chance to grab that ball and ultimately results in a jump ball situation.
Takia Bennett comes into the game for Jaira Odom, and Similian will head to the charity stripe for her first attempts at free throws.
So Amber in that positioning, good job of coming in and stepping into that defending position, but instead of squaring up and almost breaking it down, she came sideways with one hand foul going into somebody's body.
First attempt good for Nia Similian, the freshman from Tallahassee, Florida. And so far the only scorer for the Saints in the second quarter. Falls out of the rim, Porter secures the rebound. They get the ball to Marcus. Hand off to Wolford, makes her defender miss. Marcus in the corner, dumps off to Phelps, wide open for a jumper. Gets the shooter's roll to fall.
And I know a lot of times we focus on the person who scored that shot, but that's 2 solid assists by Kylie. Back-to-back plays for the Lady Eagles. First with Carissa, then finding Leah for that shot. Hopefully she can continue doing that through the rest of this game.
Anderson picks up her dribble and finds Similian with 10 remaining on the shot clock. Here is Anderson waiting for a cut to happen, and they go inside. One more pass to Similian. 4 seconds on the shot clock, can't get the jumper to fall, gets her own rebound, up again, no good. A battle for the board on the low block, and Porter forces the jump ball, rewarding the possession southbound for Pensacola.
Yeah, it was a good job by Amber. Carissa got pushed in a little too far by the Saints, and Amber did a good job of coming in behind and being aggressive on the boards, and she was able to get a hand in there that resulted in a jump ball and Lady Eagles possession.
Here is Marcus, finds Porter wide open for a jumper for herself. No good, not able to convert, but Wolford with the steal. Finds Marcus, kicks it out to Phelps. The hot hand lets it fly, and Leah Phelps drains the triple.
Good job by Leah making that 3. Also great job by Kylie keeping her composure in a situation where it feels like you're being surrounded by defenders.
She leads all scorers with 13 points. Alyssa Brewer being the second person in scoring leads with 11. Here is Similian. Back to Anderson. And they go inside. No good for the Saints. That attempt by number 35, Daniela Poole. Here's Wolford and finds Marcus in the corner. She'll let a 3 fly from nearly 5 feet from where Leah Phelps shot her 3. And that pushes the lead for Pensacola to 23.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles are finally starting to get their groove again on the three-point line. This is a team that we know can shoot the ball well, and I'm glad to see those three-point shots finally falling for them again.
5-3 so far in the first half for Pensacola, as head coach Knight for the Saints calls a timeout. Will step aside. .27 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Pensacola now up by 23. Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock. And now the Saints with 4 seconds to get it over. Nelson finds Similian, but can't get it over in time before the shot clock violation.
That was really close, but we'll take it. That's the difficulty. 7 seconds, you got to know how much time you have on the shot clock and know that you cannot chance it to it being that close.
Phelps controls the offense here for Pensacola and gets the handoff to Marcus. Porter now to Aiken with a 3 to her name in this first half. Here's Marcus now with 14 seconds. Spin move and finds a wide open Wolford for a triple. No good. Beautiful rebound there by number 23, Takia Bennett. And here is Similian. And draws the foul on Wolford.
Yeah, that was a good attempt by Jenna trying to take that charge. She just wasn't quite set, and that's why that was a blocking call instead of a charge call.
They find Nelson by herself, foot on the line for the long two. No good. Phelps doing a phenomenal job keeping that possession alive. But it will stay here with the Saints.
It was a good job by Jenna and Leah just getting in there trying to get that rebound, that board. Both of them had good position. Just sometimes it's a little more difficult when you're boxing out girls that are taller than you to really get a hand on the rebound.
Here is Anderson picking up her dribble. Now here is Nelson in the corner. Anderson back to Similian with 5 remaining. Nelson will let a 3 fly in the corner and draws iron. That's her second 3 of the contest. 6 points total. Marcus spins on her defender, uses the glass for safety, and gets the field goal to fall.
That's a great move by Kylie. You know, her coach Sellers talked about Kylie all summer long about how much of an asset she was going to be to this Lady Eagles team, and you're really seeing it come through tonight.
Nelson tries to respond with another triple, no good. Here's Wolford. Baseball pass to Marcus. Stops on a dime for a jumper. Wedges between the rim. Anderson with the rebound. She will take it herself with the option to her left. Goes to it. That's Daniela Poole, and she lays it off the backboard. Daniela Poole getting her first field goal of the contest. Shrinking the deficit to 20 points. That is an illegal screen by Amber Porter. I believe her second personal foul.
Yeah, unfortunate foul call right there on Amber. I think she was moving a little bit on that. Hard to see that happen, but unfortunately it did.
Porter, Wolford, and Aiken check out the ball game here for Geisler. Torres as well as Brewer. Pensacola sitting back in a 2-3 zone, and Marcus doing a beautiful job defensively. Picks up her dribble. Anderson does indeed. They go corner to Nelson. Hard off the iron. Here is Daniela Poole. Anderson with the ball on the right side of the court. And they go inside to Poole. 5 seconds remaining. Shot on the way, no good. Poole the rebound. Goes up strong, no good. Nelson, third opportunity, no good for the Saints, but a fourth opportunity for points here for the Saints rather. But Takia Bennett steps out of bounds.
Great job by the Saints being aggressive on the offensive board, especially knowing that they have some down low players that are a little taller than us. They should be more aggressive on the offensive boards, trying to get the second chance opportunities.
Hand off to Phelps. Gets the first step on her defender. Floater in the lane is indeed good.
Great job by Leah. I mean, that's one of the things that makes her such a fantastic basketball player, is the ability for her to create shots on her own.
Get the ball to number 14, Trinity Williamson. As they steal, throws it up ahead to Phelps, but Anderson gets there first.
Good look by Holland, just threw it a little too far ahead for Leah to get to it.
1-2 pass for now Poole to get her second field goal of the night. Brewer first to the basket, and that is swatted away by the Saints defense. Pensacola still leading by 20. They find Torres. She'll let a jumper fly. Hard off the rim.
Hey, flow. Cut low.
Here is Brewer. Brewer tries to take it herself and hits Torres. Phelps has her defender looking around, yet misses the jumper. They try to go up top to Nelson, and she can't receive the pass.
You know, the Saints are doing a good job of running the ball. They've had several opportunities where their player has been farther ahead than our defenders going down the court, and they've tried to go for those long passes. They just haven't been accurate enough to actually get a bucket off.
Geisler 3 hard off the backboard. Anderson trying to get the last possession of the half. Dump it off to Takia Bennett. Lets a long 2 fly. Rebounds her own miss. And that will be the half for this ball game thus far. 40 to score.
Yeah, and the Lady Eagles, not as much scoring the second quarter as they did the first quarter, but still did a good job after coming out a little dry in the first few minutes.
We will step aside until the third quarter of action, but please enjoy this 15-minute break to get some snacks or run to the refrigerator real quick as we come back with more basketball action.
It's a passion that unites us. The heartbeat of everything we do. Since 1974, we've been building, reaching, expanding our limits. And yet today, one thing hasn't changed. Pensacola Christian College empowers leaders to influence the world for Christ.
Want to get a head start in college? With Pensacola Christian College's online dual enrollment program, you can do just that. Open to juniors and seniors in Christian schools and Abeka Academy homeschoolers, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year, all counting towards PCC college credit requirements. With 3 different options throughout the school year and summer and over 20 courses, choose to lighten your college load. And, depending on your major, finish college early. You will be able to fit courses around your schedule. A perfect way to complete many of your general college education courses before you graduate high school and step foot on campus. To learn more about getting a head start on your education today, visit pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
Test, 1, 2. Test.
Welcome back to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. I'm Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock as we undergo this second half of basketball as Pensacola has a convincing lead of a 20-point deficit, 43-23 heading into the third.
Yes, they do have a 20-point lead, but I'll say this: you can never count a team. You can never count a team out heading into the second half. The Lady Eagles need to come out strong and really lengthen this lead even more.
Here is Anderson controlling the ball, and she can control the boards as well. The point guard rather, for the Saints with 7 rebounds along with 4 points in the first half of action.
I mean, that's one of the things we were talking about at the half, Alvin, is the Saints' control of the boards that second quarter. The Lady Eagles really need to step it up on the defensive end, grabbing those defensive rebounds and eliminating those second chance opportunities for the Saints.
And Pensacola forces the 30-second shot clock violation.
Good pressure by the Lady Eagles on the Saints to keep them from being able to find a shot opportunity.
Wolford with the ball in the corner finds Aiken. Marcus, dribble drive to find Wolford for a 3, and she opens things up for the second half as well as the third quarter.
Great job by Jenna to score right away in this second half. Start out that third quarter strong, especially since she hasn't put a ton of points up this game, to go ahead and add that 3 to her tally.
Wolford thus far with 2 field goals, both coming from behind the arc. And a total of 6 points in this matchup. As now the Saints have 15 seconds to operate here to possibly get the ball in the basket, instead of having 2 empty possessions in the second half. Simili doing a great job with the back cut towards the basket. Can't finish the play, but will head to the line to try to convert on 2 free throws. What a first half for Nia Similian, coming off the bench with 5 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. The leading scorer so far for the Saints knocks down the first free throw. Similian with her second attempt at the line knocks down both of them, shrinking the deficit now to 21. The Saints looking to get their first victory of the season tonight as they face double-digit losses to Calhoun Community College and Andrew College. And Wolford misses the backside layup.
That was a great read by Jenna on the offensive end of how the defenders were set up to know she needed to make that backdoor cut, getting Alyssa's attention. Great pass by Alyssa. You just wish she could have finished it.
Diawara kicks it over to Similian. She nearly loses possession. Pensacola forcing another deep shot clock offensive possession here for the Saints. Wolford now controls it. She'll get it to Marcus, drives hard inside, goes up with her left hand and draws the contact.
That's a great job by Kylie on that move. You notice she did a little bit of a Euro step towards the middle of the lane to kind of draw the defenders away, and then took that step towards the basket to have a better angle and a chance to lay it up.
What a first half for Kylie Marcus. 5 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds in her first season of collegiate basketball.
She's been a great asset to the team this year, and I'm excited to see what she does the rest of this year and really watching her career grow to something even more.
Marcus misses both free throws in her second trip of the game, first of the half. Here is Similian. Finds Thomas, and they try to go inside to Diawara. That is battered away by Alyssa Brewer. Thomas with 14 seconds remaining on the shot clock and 5 seconds to get it inbounds. Similian will take a short jumper hard off the rim, gets her own rebound. Thomas works inside, and a second chance opportunity is good for Thomas.
The Lady Eagles got to do a better job of getting good position on those defensive rebounds. It's not that they aren't boxing out, but if you look at their positioning, they aren't putting themselves in a place where they even have a chance to get the rebound.
Here is Anderson with a snatch back dribble and finds Thomas. Thomas scoring in the previous possession. Not first, but previous possession rather. They go inside to Bennett. And Semillian gets the ball and Wolford snatches it away from her. She finds Marcus, kicks it to Brewer. One more to Phelps. She leads all scorers with 15. Let's make that 17 instead for Leah Phelps.
Great job by Leah finding that open lane and finishing strong at the basket.
Phelps with 17 points and 4 steals in that first half. We'll step aside briefly. We are back here with more action here in the Nest on a beautiful Friday evening in Pensacola. Alvin Chapman alongside with Brittany Paddock. And here is Anderson with the baseball pass over to Semillian. Pensacola sitting back in a 2-3 zone with Aiken in the middle. Semillian with the floater along the baseline. And Diawara picks up the loose ball foul.
Great job by Alyssa of actually creating that contact on the rebounding opportunity. That foul call is not going to be made unless you are actually positioned in it, creating contact between you and whoever you are boxing out.
Here is Brewer. Goes to Marcus off the dribble handoff from Aiken. Wolford skips it over to Brewer. As the Saints sit back in a man scheme defense. Marcus lets a 3 fly. Hard off the rim. Beautiful rebound there by Phelps. Hard off the back of the iron for that second attempt. Second chance attempt, rather. Here is Anderson. Semillian now with the ball and hits Thomas. Takes a screen by Bennett. Anderson goes inside to Diawara. 6 remaining on the shot clock. Can Nia Semillian bail them out? No, she can't. Here is Leah Phelps ahead of the pack. Stops on a dime with her dribble. And Phelps gets the steal and reaps the earning as Wolford makes the unselfish basketball play.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That was the perfect time to be unselfish on Jenna's end, knowing she didn't have the best positioning to take that shot, finding Leah and getting in the easy bucket.
Pensacola leading by 23. Here is Thomas. She'll go inside to Diawara. And Phelps, in an attempt to pick up her 5th steal of the match, draws the foul. Rather picks up the foul. That'll be her 2nd of the contest. As Kenzie Tyndall, Monse Torres, and the freshman Rachel Phelps check into the contest.
When you mentioned the low number of fouls that Leah has this game. I mean, that was her first foul of the game. So just a great job on the defensive end by Leah, being smart, picking up some steals, and then
Pensacola forcing another shot clock violation as McLaughlin's shot does not draw the iron.
I mean, Leah's not on the court right now, but you can definitely tell the pressure and the leadership that she has had on the defensive end this game. It has affected everybody else on the court, and even when she steps off, that expectation is still there.
Torres receiving the dribble handoff from Aiken. Torres receiving the ball back. Beautiful passing there by Pensacola. Aiken goes up strong, regains it, and puts it off the glass for 2.
Yeah, that was some great ball movement by the Lady Eagles. Some unselfish play. That's what you like to see. Ball movement makes it a lot harder for defenders to stop. So if you can have quick ball movement, you have a better chance of getting a wide open basket.
Pass intended for Diawara goes off her left hand. Now here's Wolford for the inbound. And now number 35, Daniela Poole checking into the contest for Diawara. Here is Phelps being met in the half-court setting by McLaughlin. Tyndall finds Wolford. Shot on the way for Wolford, no good. And off the hands of Bennett, it will stay here with Pensacola. Beautiful job by Torres fighting for the offensive rebound.
Yep, good job. And, you know, that's a decent shot opportunity for Jenna. The more she gets into the season, that's basically going to become the shots that she has open, where people are just slacking a little bit defending her, and she may only have 2 or 3 feet to shoot, but that's basically all she's going to have.
Wolford hands it over to Rachel Phelps. Open drive to the basket, just falls outside of the rim.
That was such a great move by Rachel. In time, I know she'll be able to finish that easily.
Nelson controls it with Wolford guarding her. Pinned down from McLaughlin, back in the hands of Nelson. She'll let a jumper fly, no good. Now in the hands of Aiken after the possession switch back and forth between both teams. Here is Wolford. Hand off to Tyndall. That's snatched away by Nelson. Torres meeting her in transition. Strong layup, no good. McLaughlin with the attempt to save it. Steps out of bounds before she can make a play. Menser, as well as Alyssa Brewer, checking to the ballgame here for Aiken and Wolford.
Jenna and Carissa put up some good minutes. Good thing coach is getting them a break, maybe a little bit of a longer break before we head into this final quarter.
Tyndall somehow finds the hands of Brewer. Phelps will let one fly, hard off the back of the rim. Rebounded once again by Anderson. She now has double-digit rebounds. They'll go inside to Poole. And that is a foul on Montse Torres.
Love the aggressiveness, but Montse might have gotten a little too aggressive there. Completely reached around and got her arm in there. You just can't do that.
Kenzie Tyndall rather checks out the ball game. Inserted into the ball game rather, Sydney Elliott. Here's Anderson. Guarded by Phelps. McLaughlin drives hard on the baseline and draws the whistle.
Krista did a good job of keeping her body straight, but you saw her hands come down on the defender. It's very, very difficult to put your body in a position to where somebody can run straight into you, but that's how you end up with those charge calls instead of a foul called on you. So if Kristen can do a better job of staying straight up, letting that defender run into her, she'll be able to avoid that foul call.
McLaughlin missing the entirety of the rim and also misses the second one. Mentor controls the rebound.
But a good job by Brewer getting in there and tapping the ball out to Kristen.
Brewer, guarded by Anderson. Tries to work on the smaller defender, finds Menser. Dishes over to Torres, one more pass to Phelps. Elliott to Menser in the corner. Menser works on her defender, picks up her dribble, throws it at the rim with not a lot of time remaining on the shot clock, doesn't even draw iron.
I think Kristen saw the shot clock winding down and was like, hey, we need to get a shot up now. She would have waited just like a second more. She had somebody coming who she could have passed the ball to and would have had a better opportunity to drive the lane and get a bucket.
Takia Bennett converts on the jumper. Brewer with an attempt to score another one in this opening half, draws the contact and will head to the charity stripe once again.
Wallace has been doing a great job of that this game during that contact and getting to the line. Struggled a little bit in the second quarter actually making those free throws, but that's going to be her chance to score this year, is really getting to the basket and drawing the contact, getting to the free throw line. So if she can knock those down, she's gonna have quite a few points up on the board for the Lady Eagles this year.
So far with 13 points in this matchup, the second leading scorer amongst both teams. Here is McLaughlin exceeding past the half-court line. Anderson kicks corner to Nelson. She'll let one fly. That's good for the Saints.
So you notice the Saints, you kind of heard Coach Sellers talk about it on this side, driving straight to the middle. If you can drive to the middle, you have more of a tendency to draw all the defenders to you and leave your teammates open on the outside for that shot.
Difficult drive to the basket for Phelps, no good. Anderson finds McLaughlin, loses her defender, drives hard inside, and Mensah will pick up another foul.
Fouls on number 4, Kristen Mensah. That's her second.
That is Mensah's second foul. And Amber Porter will be inserted into the ball game, as well as Leah Phelps for her sister. McLaughlin at the line so far with 1 minute and 3 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 11 minutes remaining in regulation as well. In her last trip to the free throw line, she misses both of them. It's the first one to rattle in there. Olivia McLaughlin splits the free throws. Torres pushes the pace and finds Phelps. Elliott will let a three fly hard off the rim. Torres can't contain the rebound, and the possession will be heading southbound with the Saints.
Yeah, I like that shot from Sydney right there, the aggressiveness, that open three. She did not even hesitate, and that's something that is difficult to do as a freshman coming in on the collegiate level, to see an open three-point shot like that, especially when you're a foot and a half behind the line, and shoot it without hesitation.
Under a minute remaining in this first half of action, they go inside to Poole. Back to Nelson, one more pass to McLaughlin. Anderson contains it and goes to Bennett. 10 remaining on the shot clock. Bennett with the shot, no good. Porter the rebound. Torres falls hard, grimacing in pain, and the officials stop at the time. Timeout placed by the officials. We will step aside as well. Torres able to get up after that possession. Hopefully she will be okay and recover quickly. Now here is Phelps, and that possession will steal attempt by McLaughlin off the hands of her, as Phelps will begin the inbound.
So, you know, one of the things that I love about our team is our speed, but sometimes our speed and how quickly we play the game can get us in trouble. You notice when we get faster and faster, sometimes we have a tendency to get a little sloppy in our possession and in the small things, and it can easily result in turnovers. So even though we're playing at that fast speed, the Lady Eagles still have to keep it under control.
Melanie Bowser with a tactical way to get to the rim and draws the contact and the whistle. We'll head to the free throw line to try to convert on her first free throws of the season. First one up and is good for Melanie Bowser. Splits the free throws. Bowser does indeed. Now under 10 seconds remaining for the Saints to get something done. Here is Poole. Ball batted away from her. Poole somehow regains it. Tries to save it as well, and I believe it will stay here with the Saints with a second even remaining on the clock.
Lady Eagles, you just can't let them get a shot off, and you also don't want to foul.
Bennett throws it towards the rim, no good. Pensacola up by 22 with 10 minutes remaining in basketball. We'll step aside, but don't go too far. Ten minutes remaining in basketball. 22-point lead for Pensacola. Brittany Paddock alongside with Alvin Chapman with Alyssa Brewer accelerating the ball. Phelps tries to pace her dribble and loses it. Here's Anderson heading the other direction. Nelson, one more step to the basket and gets fouled. I will send Deja Nelson to the charity stripe as she is now the leading scorer off the bench for Pensacola. Rather, the Saints with 9.
We are 16 seconds into this game with Lady Eagles. That is not what you have when you want to have as one of your opening plays, is fouling the other team and giving them a chance to get 2 free baskets.
Nelson missing the first free throw, was also the leading scorer in their matchup the other day against Calhoun Community College with 13 points as she splits the pair.
Okay, so the Lady Eagles came out really strong in that first quarter. 28 points that second quarter. They scored 15. I mean, not as much as the first, wasn't terrible, but my problem is we only scored 12 in that second quarter. In that third quarter.
Nelson with the rejection on Aiken. Now the Saints will take things over.
So the Lady Eagles, even though we're ahead by this much, we should never drop off that much in point scoring and go consistently downhill throughout the game.
Aiken with a strong rebound. Porter looking to fight for it in a full court setting. And that is a foul on number 35, Daniela Poole. Anderson playing defense on Alyssa Brewer in the full court setting and picks up the foul. Anderson with a total of 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 points in this matchup. You can also put 2 steals to her name.
It was a good attempt by Anderson to cut off Alyssa right there. I think Alyssa just saw what she was actually doing and was able to draw the foul.
That is a personal foul call on Melanie Bowser. Not able to set a solid screen as she was setting the down screen.
That's the second illegal screen called on the Lady Eagles this game. Setting a screen, that's fundamental. Should not happen.
Bowser lets it fly, misses the entirety of the rim after Porter tries to keep his second chance alive. Nelson tries to go inside to Odom and draws a foul. Picks up a foul rather.
Okay, so we got the turnover that right there, which I like, but the number one problem I have is that we just had somebody dribble from one end of the court to the other, and we did not stop them until they were 7 or 8 feet from the basket on this end. That defender, if you don't have anybody from your team who's coming and filling in to stop right away, you need to step up and stop them as soon as possible.
Pensacola now with 5 seconds to get it over. Brewer with the open lane to the basket. Floater on the way, misses the entirety of the rim. Here is Anderson. Misses the charge attempt. The Bowser places one instead as Anderson picks up another foul, her second in this half, quarter.
That was a no-win situation for Anderson right there. I counted, and we had 3 people set up for charges right there. I was a little shocked she tried to do that step around and go in. Good attempt on her end. It is difficult when you have that many people set up ready to take a charge.
It'd be funny if she hits the first person straight on and the other defenders fall like bowling pins. And Bowser knocks down the triple.
She might not have made her first couple, but she hit the third. Third time seems to be the charm right now for the Lady Eagles.
McLaughlin, as a t-shirt was thrown to us over here, kind of interesting. Here it is. Got a chance to throw that one. That was pretty cool there, Brittany.
I think we had all the parents behind us begging us for the t-shirt.
In my opinion, all the parents should get t-shirts for free, but hey, that's not my decision to make. Here's Aiken with the 3, no good. McLaughlin in transition, trying to find Odom, but to no avail. Here is Brewer, goes corner to Phelps for a 3, drains it, but steps out of bounds before it can fall through.
That was really, really close. She took a step back when she caught that ball. Just literally 1 foot moved back, and she barely hit that line. Unfortunate thing, but it happens.
Very unfortunate because she buried that triple as well. Would have put her in the 20s as far as scoring. Already leading all scorers with 19 points and also 4 steals in this contest. Pensacola up by 22, and Nelson comes up with the foul. Rather, the traveling violation.
I said Jenna came out of nowhere and jumped so high on that, and I think she wasn't expecting that when she went to pass the ball, to see Jenna that high in the air coming at her, and honestly, I probably would have traveled too if I was her.
Bowser loads for another triple hard off the iron, finds the hands of Wolford, goes to Porter. Wolford somehow keeps her dribble hard off the rim, no good for Jenna Wolford.
Great move by Jenna, just a little softer on that floater, and she'd be good to go.
Nelson, the leading scorer for the Saints with 9, finds McLaughlin. Nelson will let one fly, no good. Rebound attempts for the Saints, hits the back of the rim and good for number 35, Danielle Poole. She has 8. Aiken finds Wolford. Now in the hands of Phelps. Aiken will drive baseline all the way to the cup she goes. The senior from Rockford, Illinois.
Great move by Carissa. And an even better finish. That's not easy coming in on the left side. She did a great job of finishing.
Uses her inside hands for security. Now Pensacola still leads by 22. Here's Anderson with the runner in the lane, finds the bottom of the rim.
We are giving up that middle way too much on the defensive end. When we're in a zone like we've been playing, this game, the one thing you don't want to give up is the middle because it causes everyone to collapse.
3 on the way, good for Pensacola. Melanie Bowser with her second triple.
Melanie has found her groove. That's exactly what we want to see happen.
On the floor for the steal goes Bowser and also picks up the foul.
Okay, so that's what you don't want. You just did a great job hitting that 3 on the offensive end. You don't want to turn around and less than 15 seconds later foul. I love the aggressiveness. I love the defense on it that she had, really knocking the ball out. Just don't foul.
Everybody out of the ball game for Pensacola except for Jenna Wolford. Now Phelps, Irwin, Marcus, and Geisler in the contest for Pensacola. Wolford actually kicked that ball. Here is Geisler. And now the tough fall for Rachel Phelps.
Okay, so Jenna found Holland driving that lane to go to the other end. What I didn't like on that is how close our players were together, filling those lanes, coming to the opposite end. Katie and Holland were right next to each other. You need to be able to spread that out a little bit to create a little more distance, a few more cutting opportunities, and chances to quickly score.
Nia Similian checks back into the contest here for number 20. Deja Nelson, the leading scorer here for the Saints, off the bench. Phelps knocks down the first free throw attempt. Splits the pair for Phelps, and Marcus gets the rebound. Wolford wide open. 3 on the way for Jenna Wolford, and she draws iron.
Great job by Leah. I mean, I talked about earlier how she wouldn't see a lot of wide open threes this year just because she is one of our main scoring threats. So when she does have a wide open three, she needs to hit it, and she did a great job hitting it there.
Wolford with 3 field goals in this contest, all coming from beyond the arc as she fights for the rebound, doesn't win the battle. Geisler tries to come over and get the help side block, but ends up fouling number 35, Daniela Poole. Despite the foul, Pensacola still up convincingly, the deficit of 17.
Lady Eagles have put up 12 points this quarter, much better job than the second and third quarter. We still have 4.5 minutes left. I'd like to see us get possibly 10 more points in this next 4.5 minutes. That's a good scoring goal for us, and to keep the Saints under 50.
I said a deficit of 17. I meant a deficit of 27 rather. As now Wolford pushes the tempo. Phelps with the retract dribble to find Geisler. In the hands of Marcus. Gets past her defender, goes up strong. And she draws the foul. Now it's going to be on Olivia McLaughlin, the freshman from Miramar Beach, Florida. Here is Marcus at the free throw line, gets the lucky roll for her 6th point of the game. What a contest for her so far. 6 assists, 4 rebounds, and now 6 points to her name.
One of the things I even mentioned in that first half was her ability on the offensive end. The offensive boards that she's gotten have been really key, and then her ability to find her teammates and know when she's driving to the lane or whatever she may be doing, where her teammates are and where she can kick the ball out to them.
Phelps in transition, off the glass, and good. Beautiful job by Marcus, leading the break. Getting the steal and pushing it 3/4 length of the floor. They go to McLaughlin. Pensacola up by 31, the biggest deficit of the Saints this season. Trapped in the corner, beautiful defense by Katie Irwin. Drive inside for Williamson to no avail. Here is Wolford in transition. Phelps by herself in the corner, lets it fly hard off the rim. Beautiful rebound by Katie Irwin. Sets up a 3-point attempt for Marcus. No good. Williamson the rebound. Anderson on the way to the rim, leaves it on the front of the plate. They get it to Phelps. Under 3 minutes remaining in this contest. Marcus drives hard on the taller defender. Wolford for her 4th 3 of the game, no good. So set up Anderson. Finds Nia Similian. Irwin playing very high in the 2-3 zone. Playing great defense on Similian. Poole inside, off the rim, no good. Geisler secures it. Wolford ahead of the pad, tries to get it to Phelps, but slips through her hands. Here is Poole by herself off the glass, and good for Pensacola. And a 30-second timeout for Pensacola. This timeout for Pensacola with intentions of placing people into the contest. As we get an arrangement of our substitution, we will step aside. 2 minutes and 7 seconds remaining in this contest. Pensacola leading convincingly. The deficit of 31 rather.
Well, what I love about the lead that we have right now is that we have been playing more into our bench this quarter, and we've still increased our lead, and that's what you want to see, is even when the starters come off the floor, that we're still able to play good basketball and still get points on the board.
The Saints force the held ball, giving the possession right back to the Saints. Here is McLaughlin. Drives hard inside, straight to the basket, no good. Geisler the rebound. Menser leads the break. Finds Hannah, scoop for the three. Hard off the rim. Rather the backboard. Here is Anderson. Gets it to McLaughlin. Similian finds Anderson. Drives hard, jumper along the baseline, no good. Coop the rebound. Sydney Elliott with the attempt to go along the sideline gets fouled by Williamson. That is Sydney Williams' first foul, the team's fifth, and will send Sydney Elliott to the charity stripe. This is Elliott's first collegiate trip to the free throw line. And the first attempt goes hard off the rim.
You know, one of the things with this game, we've done a good job of getting to the free throw line, but our free throws percentage hasn't been the best. So far in this fourth quarter, most of the girls have gone 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and if you look at the previous 3 quarters, we only shot 60% from the free throw line. As a team, we should be aiming to shoot 75 to 80% or even higher than that, because free throws in the end of the day will win you games.
Pensacola up by a deficit of 30, sending Mia Similian to the charity stripe. Similian with 7 points and 3 assists, along with 3 boards through 3 quarters. First free throw off the back iron. Second attempt for Similian. Misses them both. Geisler with another rebound.
You know, I really love how aggressive Holland has been on the board since she came in the game in this fourth quarter. She's gotten several key rebounds and even just tipping balls out to her teammates. She's trying to get a hand on it, and you know, that is better than nothing. At least put up a fight if you aren't going to get the rebound.
Similian, the layup, the runner in good to shrink the deficit to 28. Six-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Elliott somehow founds. Geisler can't get the shooter's roll. Coop! The layup is good for her first collegiate points.
Great move by Sydney to the basket, able to find her teammate on the outside, and a good job by Hannah Coop having that positioning to get the offensive rebound and put the board up.
And that is a foul on Holland Geisler. Rather, Hannah Coop. It will send Similian to the free throw line for her second trip of the quarter.
And this is something I mention all the time. I don't care if you're a starter or if you're the last person off the bench. The one thing you do not want to do is make a really good play on the offensive end and then turn around and make a defensive mistake and foul right away.
Similian misses them both. Menser finds Elliott. 3 seconds remaining, and that will do it. Another loss for LB Wallace and another win for Pensacola. So far defending home court pretty well in the regular season.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles did a great job this game. A great job coming off of that loss to Carly's Ridge and then coming in and having a very good offensive game, 74-44. We'll look to see them continue to grow that in tomorrow's game against LaGrange.
A very talented LaGrange team that they're going to be facing as they come off a loss at home to Emory College. joining us, Alvin Chapman, alongside with Brittany Paddock. We will see you next time.